forces in the sport, and the stakes couldn't get any higher. With the first game in the books, one team is already up by a narrow margin, and let me tell you, anything can happen at this point. So sit tight, grab your snacks as we bring you all the action, all the excitement, and the drama, only here at PVL, the heart of volleyball.
Inside the SM Mall of Asia Arena, game day continues. And it is the semifinals and match number 39 of the All-Filipino Conference. And you're watching us on One Sports and of course on Signal Play. And for our smart subscribers on the Smart Livestream app. Yes, it is game number 2. The F2 Logistics Cargo Movers are facing elimination here as the Creamline Cool Smashers are one game away from seeking another title here in your heart of volleyball. And it's all live right here at Pasay City. It's good to see everyone again. My name is Boom Gonzalez with Ayel Estranero, who's probably sick of me by now. It's third game that we're doing this week. And Lexi Rodriguez, who rushed, is huffing and puffing and is inside the venue just for you guys. Good to see you again.
Oh,
Good to see you.
It's a very interesting game, very crucial on the side of the F2 Logistics, but Creamline would want to get this game so that they can go back to the finals this conference.
Okay, pagpahingin muna natin si Lexi. I know you're a very athletic person, pero me and Ayel will take care of business first while Lexi catches her breath. And we talk about this semifinal game number 2. Ayel, tell me about what happened, your impressions in that game number 1.
So it was a 4-set game. They went neck and neck in the first 2 sets, but Creamline took the first 2 sets. F2 wanted to extend, really tried their best in the 3rd set, but in the 4th set, Creamline Cool Smashers just really dominated. They started strong and they kept the momentum on their side until they got the match away from F2 Logistics.
That's why they have, even if in terms of, they say in sports, diba, it's not just about winning, it's when you win.
Exactly.
And even if they're behind in the head-to-head, talking about Creamline, they are ahead here in the semifinal series, so that's why they are 1-0. And they don't want to play anymore on Thursday. F2 wants to. Okay, let's talk about that team first. The Creamline Cool Smashers, the number 1 attacking team, the number 1 spiking team. We've been saying this conference in and conference out, IL. The number 1 offensive team in the league. They're consistent, they're aggressive, they're dominant.
No, exactly. Dominant, that's the right term really. They're number 1 in all the offensive skill sets. They're number 1 in spiking, in setting, in serving, and they overpowered F2 Logistics in that game 1. They had 69 team attacks versus the 38 of F2 Logistics. And again, the top 3 spikers in the league so far is in the Creamline Cool Smashers. You have Michelle Gumabao, Tots Carlos, and Gemma Galanza.
Tots Carlos, walang ka-pressure. She looks like she's ready to go for game number 2. Happy, as they say there. Good vibes pa rin. Ito Creamline. You mentioned one of them, Michelle Gumabao. And you're gonna see the numbers. And they're saying she's breaking free. She did not only break free in game number 1, she's probably broken free here in this conference. And you can actually go all the way back to, you know, the national team, the invitationals and all of that.
Oh, exactly. She has been very vital player for the Creamline this conference, especially with the absence of Eliza Valdez. She did not only step up as a leader in scoring, but also made sure she can be the vocal leader. Her teammates can depend on 20 big points, second top scorer on the game 1 of the semifinals for the Creamline Cool Smashers, Michelle Gumabao. Again, not just a leader in scoring, a leader in the mental and emotional side of the game as well.
The heavy-handed Mitch Gumabao playing, you know, the conference of her life here in the Premier Volleyball League, All-Filipino Conference. But this all these weapons from Creamline are all humming really because of that girl. You are a setter yourself, Ayel. the over 7 excellent sets a game. I mean, when you put that in perspective, usually ang galing na yung 4-5, but 7 a set rather. That is an incredible number. What did you see in game number 1?
Oh, very remarkable. Gia de Guzman again. In terms of playmaking, very excellent. Got everyone involved, activated even the middles. 4 players in double digits for the Creamline Cool Smashers, and credit all that to the great playmaking of Gia de Guzman.
And the 4 players you're talking about, of course, we mentioned Tots, we mentioned Michelle, Pangs Panaga, and Gemma Galanza also in double figures.
Just Gia de Guzman just really proving she's #1 in setting, and at the same time also contributed 4 service aces in that game against F2 Logistics. Proving also why she is #1 in the serving department overall this tournament.
Footnote, 15 service aces already coming into game number 2. She's the only setter in the top 50 of scoring. She has 30 total points, and then she has all of these weapons beside her too. And that's the offensive side of it. Now, let's talk about the team on the other side of the net, because AL, they cannot fight offense with offense. It has to be a defensive game. In the 2 games that they won last year in November and February of this year, it was all about their blocking, really.
Oh, they've been pretty solid on defense, not just in the floor defense, but more so in the net defense. They have the #1 blocker in the league so far in Abby Maranyo. They are 3rd in blocking overall as a team, and they had 11 kill blocks in that game against F2 Logistics in the game 1. 11 kill blocks is a very high outing defensively on the net. But again, F2 Logistics will surely bank on their strength in blocking to face against the #1 spiking team in the Creamline Cool Smashers.
That's the #1 girl in terms of blocking, Abby Maranyo. Just to put a footnote and a number on that 2 wins of F2. They had 14 blocks last year in November, 13 blocks in February, 11 in game number 1. That has to be better. And also, of course, kahit sabihin na natin hindi sila pwedeng sumabay sa opensa, pero kailangan pa rin nila ng opensa. Lalo na dahil wala si Myla Pablo nung game number 1. Ayel, your assessment on KKD?
Oh, KKD, Kiana G just really stepping up big, especially with the absence of Myla Pablo. Earned 13 points in that game out of 10 attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 service ace. An overall game for her. She's the top scorer on that game for the F2 Logistics. Top 2 overall in the league as a scorer. Definitely stepped up, especially that Myla Pablo was the top scorer in their game against Creamline Cool Smashers in the elimination round. So they had Kiana D, Eli Casilag also stepping up, Ivy Laxina in double digits as well. But again, it wasn't enough with the efficiency by the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Just a footnote again, in the 2 wins of F2, it was Wing Spikers who were players of the game. KKD was the first one in November. Myla Pablo with 27 points in that February 17 matchup. I'll make that February 18 matchup. But let's go back to the defense. Blocking is one aspect. Digging and receiving and sweeping is the other aspect. And Don Makandili Katindig, of course, is the anchor, but she can't do it alone.
Oh, she can't do it alone. But again, she is the greatest boost for the team's backline defense. Don Makandili Katindig helping the team stay alive in a lot of rallies in that game. Again, Don Makandili Katindig needs to stay steady, especially in today's game. 20 excellent picks for her in that game 1 against the Creamline Cool Smashers. But we said it again, she can't do it alone. More than her defensive side, F2 Logistics really need to convert more points in today's game.
And by the way, Myla Pablo is warming up. We saw her in uniform here right now, ready to go. There was talk already that in game 2 naman talaga papasok itong si Myla Pablo. Well, there's no tomorrow for them. It's an elimination game for F2. They need to win today to extend on a Thursday. Now, we've taken care of business and the numbers. Let's go to the fun side and the lighter side of this ball game. Lexi, go ahead. Okay ka na ba?
Yes, I got to catch my breath
Okay,
now.
good. That's all we all want. Go ahead.
Well, Guminayel, you have mentioned that they have displayed exceptional skills all throughout this conference, but this wouldn't be possible without the camaraderie and teamwork that they have been building on all throughout the years that they have been together. And that is why in this feature that we'd like to call Heart to Heart, we have our very own, from Creamline themselves, we have our very own Alyssa Valdez and Ella De Jesus, who will share their personal friendship to us.
Marami ako na-discover sa feelings ko. Para sa'yo.
Oh, feeling ko mayak ako.
Oh my God, tissue.
Talaga nagkwentuhan kami dito,
Oo.
guys. Pasensya na.
Ay, nandiyan pala kayo. How did we first meet? And your first impression of me?
Okay, first time namin mag-meet, high school kami. We play against each other. First impression ko sa kanya, very confident.
Pinaganda mo ba yung mayabang? Ha?
Little did we know, magkikita pala kami sa entrance exam sa Ateneo. Late siya. So, sumingit siya sa akin. First time niya nag-hi. Nung high school kami, hindi siya
Hindi
nag-hi
ako
sa akin.
sumingit. Sabi ko, hi, Alice.
Oh, nag-hi ka nga.
Pero sinabi mo sa akin, dito ka na. Oh, iba yung sumingit.
Hindi ko sure. Tapos after that, naging classmates kami simula first year hanggang fourth year namin sa college. So, hindi kami naghiwalay.
Do you enjoy being a libero more than being a spiker?
Siyempre nakakamiss feeling
To get
na,
the point.
Oh, nakaka-point ka. Pag libero ka kasi, yung pressure is, eto na lang yung trabaho mo, kailangan maayos mong gawin.
Here,
Nung nag-Creamline ako, doon ko lang fully natanggap yung pagiging libero ko.
It's the assurance also of the team that you're trusted and on that
Yes.
position. Galing din talaga ni Lord. Right timing. Naging teammate ulit kita. Super galing. As in, now that I realize it,
Yung
di ba?
timing ng mga nangyayari sa life natin.
Oo.
Sobrang proud lang ako talaga sa'yo. Bago mo isipin yung sarili mo, inuuna mo muna yung iba. Yun naman yung hindi nagbago sa'yo.
And thank you for being always there. For the past 12 years, kahit hindi ako magsalita, kahit wala akong gawin, alam niya kung ano yung nafe-feel ko. That's super rare maramdaman and magkaroon. So, thank you for giving me that gift. Rest assured na walang makakasira sa friendship na.
Well, it is through these features that we see the kind of teamwork that they built on all throughout these years. And I think we want to hear the opinions and the questions that these fans, we want you guys, the viewers, to join in the conversation. And that is why we would like to encourage you to grab your phones, go on Twitter, and tweet us with the hashtag PVLAFC2023. And we might read your tweet on the broadcast.
All right, there you go. We can't wait for that. In the meantime, you heard the buzzer, so you know what that means. We are seconds away from game number 2 of the semifinals. It is an elimination game for F2, while for Creamline, they're looking for their 6th finals appearance in 8 total appearances here in your Premier Volleyball League. And that's all coming up.
Here comes Gumabaw, and she will score a point. Tots Carlos, why not? Gabby Miranda with a side attack that was so effective. Here comes KKD.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match. Our first referee, Erlindo Eusebio, national referee. Second referee is Nestor Matematico, national referee. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Center from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 12, team captain, Gia de Guzman. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 6, Jeanette Panaga. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 7, Michelle Gumabaw. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 13, Seth Domingo. Outside spiker from the University of the Philippines, number 18, Tots Carlos. Outside spiker from Adamson University, number 23, Gemma Galanza. Starting libero from FEU, number 11, Kyla Atienza. Head coach for Creamline is Sherwin Meneses. And now the starters for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 2, team captain, Abby Marano. Middle blocker from the National University, number 3, Ivy Laxina. Outside spiker from De La Salle University, number 4, Ara Galang. Outside spiker from the National University, number 8, Myla Pablo. Setter from La Salle, number 9, Kim Fajardo. Opposite hitter also from La Salle, number 13, Kim Kiana D. Starting libero from La Salle, number 5, Don Macandili Katindig. And the head coach for F2 Logistics, Regine Diego. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. This is Game 2 between Creamline and F2 Logistics.
These are the kind of games we all live for, especially after what happened earlier today. PLDT not only coming back in the series, but coming back in the game earlier to force a decider. That's what Creamline doesn't want to do, as you look at their starting lineup on your screens, and that is what F2 wants to do. They want to force a do-or-die match, and that will happen on Thursday here at the Mall of Asia Arena in case it does. These are two teams that have had a lot of success. F2, prior to coming to the PVL partner, 6 titles, 4 runners-up finishes, 2 third-place finishes. And then here in the PVL, it hasn't been too kind. 6th place in 2022 Open Conference. They lost in the classification round, going to 6th place against PLDT Invitational. They did not play because of the injuries.
Yes.
And then the Reinforced Conference, which was last year, they were 5th. So this is their best finish. But they don't want this to be their last day.
These are two teams, champion teams on their own right. No chemistry to chemistry. F2 Logistics versus F2 Logistics. As Kim Kiana D, blocked by Tots Carlos and Pams Panaga.
Sorry, I do not understand what you just said. I do not hear you because the crowd is going wild for the first point of the match. You know, and it starts with a block, right? And you know, we talk about F2 being, you know, the best blocking team. But when you look at the top 10, there are actually 3 players from Creamline in the top 10.
Domingo, Donaba, and Panaga. The top blockers on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers. Meanwhile, you have Abby Marano. The lone one, but the number one blocker.
So ang ganda ng dynamic, no? Na number 1 blocking team ni F2, but we have 3 players who are in the top 10 for Creamline. So what will give? First error.
And this is what Creamline should look into in the start of this set. They gave away more free points in that game 1 against the F2 Logistics, as we see Myla Pablo back in action in this game 2.
And we can only speculate in terms of how, you know, in terms of percentage, how she is coming into this game number 2. They won't allow that. Referee Erlindo Eusebio says it is Creamline point. Double contact. All right, let's check in with Lexi Rodriguez right now. Lexi.
Well, Boom and Ayel, the F2 team have dissected their previous game and have made adjustments to their game plan. And according to them, it is their struggle to win last Thursday because they forgot the most critical aspect of winning, and that is the sheer desire to win. Well, I actually got to talk to Myla Pablo, and she said that she'll be playing tonight, and she sure wants to get that win. She really needed game 1 to recover, and over the weekend, pinakiramdaman niya yung sarili niya at ready na daw talaga siyang maglaro. Well, it seems that the F2 team has got it all under control, and they're ready to fight until the very end, thinking that nothing will stand on their way. Well, we'll see if it'll be the Cool Smashers who will do so. Back to you, Bumanayal.
Thank you, Lexi. Unfortunately, as you say that, F2 is behind now by 4, which is what I want to ask you, Ayel, here in the early goings of set number 1. In the 2 wins of F2 back in November and in February, they were all comeback wins. In game number 1 of the semifinals, they were behind again. They couldn't pull off the comeback and try. So the lesson there is they can't keep on staying behind and coming back, especially against a highly offensive Creamline team. And right now, it is 6-1
not just highly offensive team, Creamline, as we talked about them the entire conference. They keep on getting better as the game continues. So you would really want to start strong when you're playing against a very efficient team in the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Single block of KKD. So linihis ang bola for their second point. Medyo nadapa yata si Toxton. She could not recover in time to join the block party.
Again, just so much room for KKD for the cross-court attack.
Her first semi-final appearance. Well, because it's also the first semi-final appearance for F2. Talking about Ivy Laxina. That's the one we're talking about.
And this is what F2 Logistics would want to do. Really serve strong to put the Creamline Cool Smashers and out of system. We saw earlier in the rally, 2 blockers in front of Tots Carlos.
You're right. Aces and blocking. That's classic RDJ volleyball.
Exactly.
And that's how they beat them and came back in those first 2 matches. 3-6. Ivy pops it up. Myla from behind. Gia going for the second ball. Rally ongoing. Tots squeezes it through the block.
Good blockers there, but Tots Carlos just knowing what to do or who to use. Great timing there on the block. But it was the swing of the hands of Tiana D that allowed Tots Carlos to score that point.
The reigning MVP of this conference. Galang with that side swipe. Tots from behind. Great pickup there. Counter attack. That should get them going.
Tiana D just stepping up early here in the first set. And we expected this because Tiana D also the top scorer for the F2 Logistics in the game 1 of the semifinals.
And as I said, the player of the game in their first win when they first met. 4-7. That's with force. Gia de Guzman just scored her 31st point in the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Back inside the loud SM Mall of Asia Arena. And face-to-face today will be KKD, Mitch Gumabao. Tell me about that matchup, IL.
Oh, Michelle Gumabao and KKD, the opposites of both teams. Michelle Gumabao, #1 in spiking, but Tiana D also in the top 10, 6th in spiking, also contributing a lot in the blocking department. Speaking about Michelle Gumabao and Tiana D, so a great matchup here.
Yeah, and guess what? They both have 3 points already, beating their respective teams. The first semifinal, where Raisa Valdez is not actively playing, as her team is looking for their 6th title in 8 finals appearances. But it's not going to be easy today, even if that one was an easy point. Said Domingo with her 4th ace.
Said Domingo targeting Myla Pablo in that serve. Creamline Cool Smashers, also number 1 in serving overall.
That's all right. That's you, not me, huh?
On cue.
From Sherwin. Oh, what a conference also it has been for Ara Galang, coming back and looking like she's slowly getting back her health and physical
Her
conditioning.
form, especially in the offensive part, but she has been tremendous in the defense part of the game. But Galanga just outsmarting Galang in that attack, targeting zone 1.
Wow, look at that. Just right outside the right hand of the blocker. The #1 server of the league. Slide. Specialty of the house.
And that is also one of the strengths of the F2 Logistics in that game 1. Abby Maranyo just very efficient in that attacking style.
Maranyo averaging 9.6 points a game coming into game #2. That's the preliminary and including game #1. As Mitch Gumabao continues to power through.
And we have noticed so far in this first set, always 2 blockers in front of the attackers of the Creamline Cool Smashers, but they could find a way of still scoring. It's a matter of pressing in those hands for the F2 Logistic players.
Gemma, Ara, Myla. Free ball for the yellow shirts. Combination play. Galanza keeps it in play. Makandili, katindig. Bump set. Good sign for the fans of Bagyong Pablo.
Myla Pablo scoring that point after 2 attempts.
They're gonna need her.
Exactly. She had 27 big points in their game against the Creamline Cool Smashers during the elimination round, wherein they won in 5 sets. So
Yeah, coming back.
It's gonna be very important in today's game. Not just in scoring, not just in attacking, but as well as blocking. An overall player for Myla Pablo, definitely. Great timing and positioning. Even the pressing of that left hand for Myla Pablo, getting the kill
1-on-1.
block.
8 serving 11. The floater. Ooh, what a serve. 9 serving 11. The coaching staff of F2 is celebrating with the team right beside us.
And F2 would want to stick in this rotation, especially that they have a complete lineup as we see this service ace again of Kim Fajardo.
What a serve.
Kahit sino mo. Mamasa lang muna ulit ha. Lahat ha, bibigyan ng bola. Tatlong malaki nasa harapan. Kaya may iwan sila kasi.
Let's go on and Creamline! A 6-point lead was the biggest lead earlier for the Creamline Cool Smashers. It has been whittled down to 2.
The coach Sherwin there reminding the players that the F2 Logistics again, they have 3 attackers in the front row right now. You have Myla Pablo, Kiano B, and Ivy Laxina. A very strong rotation on the side of F2 Logistics.
Bump set. Dots. Makandili steady. Pablo. An exchange here. Katindig once again. KKD. Great reaction by Atienza. This one sails out for Knicks. And we are down to a 1-point lead. F2's in this game now.
Both teams doing so well in the defense, but an attack error on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
We're in the middle of a 5-0 run, Ayel.
Kim Fajardo very consistent on the service line.
Going to the corner once again. Gia opens up the Thoughts, and Thoughts overshoots. But there's a check. And I think F2's going to challenge. First challenge of the match from the F2 side. Checks to get some camera time too.
After doing a good job here slowing down Tots Carlos. And they would want to do that because Tots Carlos is the top scorer of Creamline Cool Smashers. Every time they play against F2 Logistics, 21 points during the elimination round and 22 big points in the game 1 of the semifinals.
Coach Regine was quite sure. She was shaking her head. But Coach Sherwin will have a... oh, let's check this. Oh, so it's unsuccessful. Okay, there's a counter challenge here. The ball in and ball out.
Actually a good challenge there because it was too fast. It was hard to tell whether it went in or not.
But I'm a little bit, please clarify for me, Ayala. I think the challenge originally by Coach Regine was no block touch, right? Which should be successful,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
counter.
Creamline wanted to counter.
Right. Ball in, ball out. This one's out. So guess what? This is a 6-0 run. And we are all tied up at 11. Our first deadlock of the match.
So the defense of the F2 Logistics challenging the offense of the Creamline Cool Smashers here.
Panaga stops the bleeding.
Panaga also very instrumental in the game 1 in the semifinals. Had 11 points, one of her best outing this conference. Perfect placement for her in the previous rally.
11 points, and then you go back to last year, she also scored 14 points in that match. That one clearly out. 12-all. Just the way everybody likes it. You know, it's interesting, Coach Regine said there were 1 or 2 mistakes that they made, especially at the end of the first set of game number 1, that they felt
A very tight
could have
set.
swung,
Exactly.
yes, the momentum to their side. So let's see. She claims they did not talk enough, they did not communicate
They
well.
had a very crucial error there.
At the end.
Exactly. It was a communication error.
Correct, yes. Because they were ahead 23-21 in set number 1 and then 24-23. So that's what they're hoping to clean up here in game number 2. Too low.
Too low. Kiana D trying to go for a deep cross court attack.
Regine in her first conference with F2. Risa Sato played big also. The last time out.
Exactly.
Instant offense. How many years have we seen that?
The very classic Aragalang attack. Facing cross court, but last minute, flicking that wrist, going to zone 1. No one there on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Whizzing by Mitch Gumabaw. The one who idolized Aragalang when she was growing up is that girl on your screens. Taga Angeles, Pampanga rin, kaya rin. As Ivy Laxina sends that out. You know, she told me prior to last year's UAP, if NU did not really recruit her, she really wanted to end up in LaSalle because of Aragalang. And now she's playing alongside her idol.
And Ivy Laxina still playing well. As a middle blocker of the F2 Logistics, doing well on the defense side as well.
Wow, what an attack. What did you see in that setup, Ayala?
Just a perfect first ball there, perfect set from Kim Fajardo. Let's take a look at this again from Myla Pablo. The combination play. It really faked Domingo. Domingo had to go for a double jump, but she was already late. No blockers for KKD.
15-14. Oof.
It's the same story for both teams. They would score a point and then make a service error, as we we go to our second technical timeout.
What a great crowd here at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. Not just the way that looks on your screen, but the way they sound inside this venue. Boom Gonzalez, Ayel Estranero, Lexi Rodriguez at your service on the semi-final Tuesday. And the F2 Logistics looking to stay alive in the semi-final series, but Creamline looking to close it all out. 5 titles for their team in total. 2 times they were runner-ups, and 3 times they were 3rd place, including last conference, the reinforced conference. And that's why they want to go back to the finals again. Free ball. Panaga, delayed by Maraño. Maraño gets it back. De Guzman was there. Galanza. Good reaction by F2. Chance to counter again. Galanza na naman. Katindig was there. Galang with a rolling ball. Back set.
Kailili was there, but it was just too fast. She couldn't contain the attack, but both teams really showing great defense so far. As we take a look at this again, Galang closing the block. It was actually open for Makandili Katindig. She was on the right spot. Just wasn't ready for that back row attack from Tots Carlos.
Lead is back to 3. 17-14. A second service error by Celine.
So in the service errors on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers is really giving F2 Logistics the opportunity to build the momentum again. As we saw earlier, they had the run. And now, Creamline again giving them that opportunity.
Run and gun is denied. Tots with a push. She has just gotten so good at identifying holes in the defense.
Tots Carlos there being creative and showing so much ball control, just tipping that ball in. 3 players on the side of the F2 Logistics couldn't get to that ball.
Gia with 15 aces to her name in this conference so far. Pablo goes long. Gemma. How did she do that?
Oh, we saw it from the swing in that approach. Galanza really timing that attack well.
Let's look at it again.
It's a bump set from Gumabaw. Galanza with a brisk action.
Let's listen in to Coach Reg.
Let's go. Ay, okay lang. Lahat, yung mga pinaparo naman nila, simple lang eh. So, yung dalawang kilit, kunin yung drop ball, yung tatlo kayo sa dulo. Depends. Yun lang naman. Okay. Sara yung ano dito nyo po. Down there. Madami tayo. Madami yung defense. Kaya may pa. Walang susuko. Walang susuko. Ilaban nyo yan. Ilaban nyo. Ilaban nyo.
Coach Reg there talking about the floor defense of the F2 Logistics. They know what angles to close so that their floor defense could work well, and they can counter the efficiency of attacking of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Well, after that 6-0 run by F2, Creamline has recovered and has countered with a 7-3 run of their own. Back in play. Pablo. Chance to counter. Galang. Pablo again. This one is out this time. Some separation here. 20-15.
Myla Pablo trying to avoid the taller blockers of the Cool Smashers and Gumabaw and Panaga. Just too much power in the down-the-line attack.
De Guzman, who is as good as anyone right now this conference. As Maraño gets 1 point back.
Fajardo and Maraño just showing really great connection there. Fajardo was already all the way in the open side, but still setting Maraño that slide attack. Only one blocker.
Long slide, no?
Exactly.
Years and years of repetition, partner. Bump set to the other side. Kim takes a look at Myla, and Myla squeezes it through the block.
Myla Pablo earlier trying to avoid the blockers, but now just powering through the hands of Pangs Panaga. No coverage on the side of the Cool Smashers.
The newest recruit. And she says this is the most loaded team that she's ever been part of. Oh, that's still alive. Back set to Pablo, going for the swipe. Very smart by the former NU standout.
Myla Pablo intentionally going for the hands of Gumabaw. But
there is a challenge.
Coach Sherwin here. And Gumabaw also was very confident telling
Nawala.
Coach Sherwin that there wasn't a touch.
Ah, okay. Well, this is a crucial part. We were at 2015. So if this is a successful challenge, the lead will go back to 4 at the end of this set, while if F2 gets it, they're going to breathe down the necks again. On the Creamline Cool Smashers down 2. This is game number 2 of the semifinals. Earlier today, PLDT coming back and winning against the Petrogas Angels to tie their series at 1-all. And Myla Pablo gets the skin of that sleeve. Coach Sherwin is still not convinced.
Gumabaw also not happy with the results of the challenge. But it happens sometimes, especially when you have the sleeves. You don't exactly feel the ball.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. That one, though, goes out.
Very costly on the side of the F2 Logistics. It could have been an opportunity to close the gap.
Huge.
Okay, so they gave the 3 points to the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Chance to counter for Creamline. Galang has been solid in her digging. Pablo again going for the swipe. Bump set to Tots. Galang was there again. Kim on 2. She says, let's go!
And Kim Fajardo has the luxury of doing that 1-2 play because she has done a good job activating the middle. They're trying to wait for her to set up the middle, but last second decided to drop that ball.
How about that job of Ara Galang today from a digging defense standpoint? Atienza receives. Soft block. Counter. Good dive there. They had it, but they couldn't keep it in play as Myla and Dawn with a little bit of a collision.
And Tots Carlos just finding the gap between the blockers.
Ooh, it's the foot of Makadili Katindig. And remember, Myla trying to come back today after 2 games. So, wala.
Exactly.
The lower leg issue.
But Eli Casilag has been stepping up for Myla Pablo. Tallied 11 points in game 1.
3-point lead. Casilag is sent back. Miscommunication there. High chance ball for Creamline. And they know what to do with giveaways.
We talked about this earlier. They would want to slow down Tots Carlos. Two blockers there, but Carlos still powering through, seeing that gap between the blockers.
6 points for her, and the lead is 4.
Ang depensa. Okay, intindihan? Okay. Kailangan natin umatake. Ano nangyayari kasi nag-over tayo ng bola, kaya wala tayo ng opportunity. Kailangan natin umatake, yun talaga. Okay, malinis na atake. Let's go. Laban nyo na.
No tips right now. Everything we swing hard.
It's the same instructions coming from Coach Regine Diego from their first game. They are very good in the defense part, but it has been the converting of the points that has been their issue. Something that Coach Regine has been rallying them. We're good in defense, but we really need to convert the points.
Myla Pablo's on the bench, sitting down, taking a break, maybe trying to get her marbles back into this game after that hit from the foot of Dawn Makandili Katindig. 4-point lead. One-handed set and a power tip by KKD, who tonight has 5 points.
It was almost an overpass from Dawn Makandili Katindig, but that one-hand set was saving that ball.
That's what the great setters do, right?
Exactly.
Just ad-lib.
Diana D delivering that point.
And let's see if that will be a crucial one. That's another one that was overpassed. Counter by CCS. Oh, what a dive by Dawn! 3-point lead. Blocked. What a dive by Dawn Makandili Katindig to save that play.
So we talked about this earlier in the pregame. Dawn Makandili Katindig just really on point, but Ivy Laxina all over said Domingo in that rally.
2 straight points by F2. Coach Sherwin presses the timeout buzzer.
Mabagal yan, mabagal ang babae yan. Okay, dito ka lang. Set! Bilisan mo yung follow mo.
Let's head in.
Hey, on earth, Creamline!
23-21. Casilag will continue to serve. Player of the game in game number 1, Mitch Tumabao, ready to receive. It's a low set, and it's set back by Aragala. The lead is down to 1.
Aragalan didn't even have to move to block that ball.
22, serving 23. Of course, we're going to go down the wire in set number 1. Back set. Dawn, Kim, KKD. Gia chases. That's tight. But Mitch still able to squeeze in an attack.
Just maximizing that loose block from Aragala.
What a set.
That bump set from Gia de Guzman.
The reverse bump set. Set point. Galang, nobody in front of her. Tots, sent back. Tots again. Back to Creamline. Sed is hobbling, but they still get the point. It might be costly though, as Sed Domingo went down and is now hobbling to the bench. But Creamline takes set number 1.
Tots Carlos not giving up on the third try, making sure she targets the left hand of Ivy Laxina to score that point.
Creamline nudges ahead. We will be back. Well, a very tense set number 1, which the Creamline Cool Smashers were able to pull off. Fifth, make that 25 to 22. Good chase by F2 towards the end.
Exactly.
But a couple of errors again, at the end.
No, the Creamline Cool Smashers started strong in the first set, but after Logistics found their momentum, they were able to stay close. Their defense did justice for them, not just their net defense, but as well as their floor defense. Talking about the after Logistics, but again, they weren't able to convert as much points as they needed to get the first set. But on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers, they stayed patient, they stayed consistent. Again, very efficient attackers on their side. You saw Gumabaw, as well as Carlos Galanga also, and the activation of the middle attackers in Domingo and Panaga. Again, the playmaking of Gia de Guzman, the reason why they got the first set from the F2 Logistics.
How big was that Myla Pablo had to come out of that game towards the end, just right at crunch time in that first set.
Oh, it was very big, but Eli Casilag stepped up in the service line, but they needed some points for them to get that first set, and if they wanted that, they needed Myla Pablo inside. As we can see, the numbers, Creamline Cool Smashers, 4 more attack points with them, 15, just 11 for F2 Logistics. But again, F2 Logistics staying true to their strengths with 4 blocks, only 2 for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Creamline getting more service aces and 2, 1 on the side of the F2 Logistics. Both teams limiting their errors into six numbers, good numbers in terms of errors.
Especially for Creamline, who had 29 in game number 1, even with the win. And they, by the way, had 34 in the loss in February. So that's another number na babantayan natin.
And that's something Michelle Gumabaw talked about in the post-game interview. They want to work on really limiting their errors, not giving away free points.
Set still holding on to that side. We'll see how she will progress in this match. In the meantime, welcome to semi-final game number 2 between Creamline and F2. It is set 2. And a free ball to work with by Creamline. Jenny Galanza with a little slice. Very forceful slice.
A lot of speed and power in that attack. Diana Dean in perfect position, but not ready.
Galanza has 3 points. Creamline was led by the 7 of Carlos. Gumabaw had 5. In the meantime, for F2, it was KKD with 5 of her own, followed by Pablo's 4, who is back in the lineup. Run and gun. High percentage play.
Very high percentage, that slight attack, that connection, that chemistry on the side of Kim Fajardo.
That save by Gia. The other save by Gemma. But this short slide worked for F2 to tie the match at 1-all. That sails out. But going back to what you said, 6 errors for both teams, relatively low, which only tells us about the quality of what we're getting right now.
Exactly. So F2 here still in a good run, but again, they really need to convert more points. Creamline on the other side, a lot of attacking options for them.
Almost, but not quite. They need some Ivy Laxina magic here from the middle para dito sa F2. That is her 3rd point as we bring in some Lexi Rodriguez here at courtside. Lexi?
Well, earlier, Ariel, you mentioned that dominance is the word that perfectly describes Creamline, and it obviously has set the tone for that first set. And even Gia de Guzman says that dominance is what will get them into the finals. And as cliche as it may sound, victory isn't really guaranteed until the final play. She says that it has become a mantra for them every time they go against F2 because it speaks to the importance of perseverance and resilience. So far, the Creamline Cool Smashers have their sights set firmly on beating F2, and of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on this team to see if they can maintain that intensity. How do you think this will go, Bumanayel?
Well, the safe answer, Lexi, is to say 5 sets, but we really don't know. But so far, we are inching here in this match. 2nd set, 4-2, but to answer your question, Lexi, no matter how this goes, it's going to be the fans who are going to win out IL.
Oh, definitely. Good quality of volleyball we're having here.
Hindi lang palitan ng puntos. We're talking about quality rallies.
Exactly. Really smart playing, high volleyball IQ for both teams. As F2 Logistics really doing well in slowing down Tots Carlos. Always 2 blockers in front of her.
This time, they're the ones working with a deficit at the start of the 2nd set.
This set, this follow. So 3 errors. Diba? Dapat doon, isang ano, kung nagsisave. Tapos mag-block ulit tayo. Ha?
Sige lang.
Wag tatlong straight yung error eh. Kaya naman natin gawa ng paraan. Okay? Pag walang receive, alam na gagawin. Go, go, go.
Let's go! Well, that's already half of the error count that they had in set number 1.
No, exactly. And it's very crucial for them because we're just starting the 2nd set. And it's something that is in their control. The errors they are making, the attack errors earlier we saw in Tots Carlos. So it's very costly on their side.
5 serving 2. Gia opens up the Tots again. Dawn. D. That's too low. Good timeout by Coach Sherwin. Set Domingo marches back in ever so gingerly into this match. You know, it's become a war of attrition already between these 2 teams, both from a physical and a mental standpoint. Panaga sends it to the net.
Oh, Panaga looks like she rushed in trying to serve that ball.
That's her 3rd service error already.
She didn't have the best contact in the serve to put the ball in.
Pablo comes into this match averaging under 13 points. 4-point lead for F2. Better start for the team that is in the semifinals of the PVL for the very first time. (7-3). Touch from afar. Chance for F2 here. Dawn. KKD goes high. Gemma, Gia, Michelle, Kyla. Back to Kaloy. And she puts it away.
Tots Carlos finally seeing the spaces and holes in the blocking of the F2 Logistics. Out of system there. Timing it perfectly to score that point. Found that hole in the zone 6.
Just under 15 points a game going into game number 2 for Tots Carlos, including that 22-point output as Aragala rolls it to the other side, and they roll into a technical timeout with the lead. We're back inside the Mall of Asia Arena for semifinal action here in your Premier Volleyball League. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. Boom Gonzalez, Ayel Estranero for game number 2 of the semifinals. As we mentioned earlier today, PLDT extending their series into a winner-take-all match on Thursday against the Petrogas Angels. So Mitch and the rest of the gang are happy and will be ready for Thursday. Of course, Petrogas, they want to win back-to-back titles. They were the reinforced champions, but after winning set number 1 earlier, they just collapsed and could not get their bearings back. In the meantime, 8-4 for F2 here in set 2. Coverage was there. Galanza. Tots. Looks like somebody hit that.
Tots Carlos actually was under the ball.
She was.
Just spinning that ball in. Essentially targeting the hands of the blockers.
9 points today for Tots. That's out. She thought it dropped, so they're going to challenge. Interesting, she's coming off a reinforced conference that she didn't get a lot of court time. So she was worried coming into this All-Filipino conference in terms of her confidence. Sabi niya sa akin, Boom, hindi ko alam kung paano ko ilalaro dahil wala akong masyadong court time. So ginawa niya, nanood ng maraming highlights
and
niya.
that's also because she's not playing her natural
Position.
as she gets that service ace.
So watching her own highlights was the therapy that she needed to go into the All-Filipino Conference to get her confidence back. Plus coming in with the colored hair again, which she abandoned last conference. And I told her never to go back to black hair. In the meantime, she could not get to that ball as F2 gets the 3-point lead, 9-6.
Aragalang has been really challenging in zone 1 of the Creamline Cool Smashers, making the outside hitters of Creamline really work in today's game.
Galang with 3 points. Chance for F2. Shed Domingo on top of that ball.
And may konting silip si Gia Morado before setting that a quick to set Domingo, really maximizing that gap in the blockers.
That is her first solid hit of the day. She's had a couple of service errors here, but 3 points so far for Celine. Galang again. Gemma. That is high. Parang mishit ba, Ayel, from our angle?
A bit of a mishit there, lacking some wrist action on the side of Gemma Galanza, but has the perfect intention to actually avoid the blockers.
Gia signaling the play. Ara gets us going for the rally. Panaga's check. Panaga again. Dawn has been solid. Giveaway. Gia behind. D with the dive. Pipe attack from Galang. Gemma gets it back.
Kim Fajardo closing down the line of Gemma Galanda, just knowing she was going for that angle, but Gemma Galanda outsmarting her, using her hands to score that point.
The nuances of this sport, IL, just so beautiful to watch, especially when you explain it that way. Mitch returned. That's tough. That is tough. That's a highlight play.
Gia Dickersman just showing how talented and how smart she is.
Backtracking, frontal toss, and Panaga hammers it away.
And she's been trying to activate Pangs Panaga in a lot of rallies. Finally successful in that one.
She is on another level in this conference, isn't she? F2 gets the point back, though.
But Kim Fajardo, what about her? Delaying that set to Myla Pablo.
Pablo responding with 5 points.
Really opening a lot of spaces. But Myla Pablo choosing the hands of Michelle Gumabao.
Well, the chess match continues between the two of the best setters in the land. Service error. The lead is 1. Gemma serves to the shriek of the crowd. Digs it up. Thoughts on the other side. Return to sender. Laxinas come up big. 5 points for her. 3 in set number 2.
And after logistics, just knowing Tots Carlos has been going cross-court a lot of times, adjusted their block.
But Coach Carlo with the net touch challenge.
But so far, F2 just really doing well in adjusting their blocking. We saw earlier Fajardo closing down the line, just knowing Galanda was going there. This time, Ivy Laxina really guarding the cross court of Tots Carlos, getting the kill block. But again, we have a challenge here on the side of the Cool Smashers, a net touch called on Ivy Laxina.
Well, those are the kinds of calls that are very tough to see in real time, the speed of the game and the power of the attacks. Referee Erlindo Eusebio, our first referee. Nestor Matematico, our second referee. We await the result of this challenge with a 1-point lead, crucial. Touch. Even in that, it is tough to see Coach Sherwin looking at us, and all I can muster was a I don't know face.
Because even us again, it's hard.
I love it when the coaches look at us thinking that we have a different answer. Carlos trying to get it back. Don. Pablo looking for a check. No, says referee Erlindo Eusebio. They're going to challenge this one. The chess match continues.
We also see Cool Smashers really guarding Myla Pablo, really making sure she's well guarded. So Myla Pablo has no choice but to really use the hands of the blockers, as we saw that earlier in that rally.
So this time it is F2, who did not have some good breaks or good luck in game number 1 in terms of their challenges. course, game 2 is a completely different ball game. Some desperation on the side of F2 because, again, win or go home for the logistics cargo movers who are now finishing their best here in the PVL. No matter what happens, this is their best finish already, but they want to get selfish. They want more. No touch. Creamline point.
Now, but F2 still ahead by 1 point.
Both teams, by the way, have 1 challenge remaining. 11 serving 12. Misreceive. Carlos sent back. Oh, so smart. 12 all. And another Gia de Guzman. Great decision at the net.
Great decision. It was an overpass. Ivy Laxina expecting the Guzman to drop that ball, but last minute setting up Zed Domingo. No blockers at all for her. Easy point on the side of the Cool Smashers.
12 all. Let's go to Lexi Rodriguez now.
Well, on the sidelines just a few minutes ago, we've got Zed Domingo being heavily taped on her left leg, but I asked her, and she says she will fight through it, and it's not that big of a deal. She's got stretches to help her go through this game, and it's mostly cost of the heavy training for the past days. And, you know, this won't stop her from getting that win for Creamline, and we're absolutely hoping to see more action from her now that she's back on the floor. Back to you, Pumanayel.
It is her mobility that is a little bit affected, Lexi, so we'll keep an eye out on her as well as I'm sure all the fans watching here at MOA and all over on Signal Play, on our smart live stream app for our smart subscribers, and on One Sports. Shola Alvarez in the game to serve. Another block. Chance for F2 on the counter. Ivy unable to put it away. Dawn will dig past it to KKD, who goes long. Gemma half shocked, I think, about that ball, that it was controllable. It wasn't as strong as she thought it was going to be.
It was actually a mishit on the side of Tiana D. An almost chance ball for Creamline.
Alam mo yung minsan, expect mo kasi lakas yung dating sa'yo and then hindi. And then all of a sudden you misreceive it. That's what happened there with Gemma. The lead back to 2 IL here, 14-12. Skirting the net. There's a net touch according to Nestor Matematico. So the point will go to Creamline. And I think they're going to challenge this one, talking about F2. Which swears that there wasn't.
Because that attack from Don Carlos actually scraped the antenna.
I saw that too, yes. So which one came first?
Exactly, is the issue here.
The chicken or the egg question. So we wait again, and this is how important this game is. For both teams, they're trying to scratch and claw for each and every point. Because for Creamline, they don't want F2 back in this series. They know that the winner-take-all match on Thursday is going to be dangerous.
And again, F2 is the only team that they lost to this conference.
And even when they won in November, they were flawless in their record at the time and were ahead 2 sets to love.
Exactly.
So may konting kontrapelo itong F2 sa kanila. That's why they don't want any window of opportunity. But you did say, no? Body language-wise, we saw F2 at the start of this match. You thought they look relaxed, they look confident.
No, and that's because Myla Pablo is here right now in the lineup. They can always put her in to help in the scoring department. So the weight on the attackers is lesser in this game with the presence of Myla Pablo.
Let's look at this. There was ball touching the antenna, but did the net touch come? Parang wala, no? From that vantage point.
And the net moved because
Of
the
the
ball hit
antenna.
the antenna.
Correct. On the swing.
Exactly.
So that would mean F2 point. Okay, Matematico and Eusebio will confer here because someone is saying that it is a left.
Wanna replay.
Replay the push. But, syempre, yung F2 ayaw nila yun. If it hits the antenna, they will
They automatically get
should
the
have point.
point
Yeah.
because it's an attack error on the
Correct.
side of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
And Gia, that's why Gia is talking to both referees. Talking or trying to convince.
But it looks so good. Trying to convince.
Campaigning
Rallying the point.
for
Yeah.
a left. Replay the point kung gusto niya, sigurado.
And she can do that because she's the captain.
Now that Eliza Valdez, of course, is not active for Creamline. So that's where the commotion is. Will it be replayed or will it be a point? It's Nestor Matematico conferring with our technical committee. Gia now will run to Erlindo. Make another appeal. And Erlindo listening intently, and let's see what he will decide. They will award the point. So it will be considered an attack error.
Attack error from Coach Carlos.
And
again,
the ball
hit
hit
the
the antenna. So it's 15-12. Maybe an important part of this match. That's why they had to settle that one correctly. Gia, Michelle, Kim opens up to Ara. Gia was there. Kyla will set to Mitch, and Mitch goes cross.
Mitch Lumaba earlier. Slowed down by the blocks, but changed her angle. Decided to go deeper this time in the cross-court attack. Kim Fajardo not in the perfect position.
Myla on the bench again as this one sails out. 16-13, that means we have a technical timeout, and for the second time, F2 is ahead. Back inside the SM All of Asia Arena. Hey, watch Gilas Pilipinas on August 25 or August 27 and or August 29 and be entitled to watch the other games scheduled on that date at the Araneta Coliseum. Get your Gilas Day Pass now. Limited passes available, so don't forget to buy now. We are at the midpoint of this second set, which has gone on longer than
Exactly, because of the
expected.
challenges of both teams.
Very important set. It's obvious. Two teams don't want to let go. This can be one of those swing sets, Ayel, that if one team wins, let's say Creamline, they totally get control of this series and the match. But if F2 comes and wins this, It's like a brand new ball game, and their confidence will go up again.
Exactly. In a micro perspective, whoever gets this set will get that boost of confidence now in the third set.
Kim will open to Ara, who is checked by Seth.
Galang is trying to spin that ball in. Easy timing for Seth Domingo.
That's what, if you're an Ara Galang fan, that's what you still want to see get back, the power back, ano? Andun yung diskarte, andun yung
Exactly.
bilis
The
niya ulit.
smarts is there. It's really the power.
Yeah. Galanza rolls it. Kim on the counter. Kim to Kim. That approach of KKD was uber aggressive.
No,
Ayaw.
uber aggressive, and the reason why the momentum was there, even in that attack, it was too fast. Also, said Domingo late in trying to close that block.
Picture perfect. 17-14. Gia. Second ball put away.
Gia de Guzman just high volleyball IQ there. Earlier, she wasn't going for the 1-2 play, was setting up the middles. Just perfect timing for her to do that 1-2 play. Not expected by the F2 Logistics.
32 points for Gia in the All-Filipino Conference. The only setter in the top 50 of scoring. As Majoy Baron makes an appearance for F2. Wow. What a last-second ditch, but Coach Sherwin thinks that dropped in, Ayel.
Don Macatindig decided in that last second, avoiding that serve. And it was already above the head of Don Macatindig. The reason why she expected that ball to go out.
To sail out, ano? Pero lumaglag ba? Yan ang tanong. Did it drop? And did it drop on the line? Nope. Good decision by the newly married Don Makatili Katindig. Congratulations, by the way.
And now, no challenges left for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
And a 3-point deficit.
And this can be costly for them.
Ara serving. Sent back by Shola. Gemma. Kim chases, sets. Gemma. Targeting the urban spot. Zone 6 was wide.
Gia de Guzman really feeding that ball. All Gemma Galanza had to do was spike that ball. Perfect cross-court attack for her.
They bring back Myla Pablo here with Sean Alvarez. KKD again, nobody went up with her. Chance to counter. Mitch had to recoil. Pipe attack. Bump set. Counter pipe attack. Kim. Coverage by Don. Humingi si Myla. Binigay. Sumenyas eh.
Second try. And we know her as someone, if she asks for it, she knows she's gonna score that point. But Kim Fajardo also doing well, making Baron that decoy.
Right. She asked for it. She got it. And a 3-point lead. Majoy serves to get this rally going. Pancake. Oh! Too aggressive on the swipe. She knew it.
Yeah, she knew it. She knew she only has one blocker with her. And as versatile as Myla Pablo, she knows she can easily score a point outsmart. But again, just too much aggressive in the tip.
Pero tama yung intensyon eh, no? Ayan.
Exactly.
Dig pass. Sent back. Michelle wants it one more time. Dawn. Myla, long. Gia. Kaloy. Kim. Back to Myla. Easy, says Kim. Pablo again. Carlos. Rolls it.
Tots Carlos again, showing how smart she is, just spinning that ball in the donut hole of the F2 Logistics, trying to slow things down after a lot of powerful exchanges on both teams.
And now the lead is down to 1 at a crucial juncture of set 2. That is out. Ivy says it's in. They're going to challenge. The last challenge of the set.
Sherwin actually said that it was in. Probably a decoy also.
Tumitrick play pa si Sherwin, eh, no? 1918, a crucial part, and it's wide. Way wide. So guess what? We are tied. No more challenges for either team.
It's all execution now on the side of Creamline Cool Smashers.
I think this is a great timeout by Coach Regine. Will be able to communicate with their players with the kind of ruckus that this Mall of Asia arena is creating here.
Oh, but we picked up something there from Coach Regine, telling her players that our blocking as well is established. So we expect some touches, some spins on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers. It's a job of the floor defense now, especially that blocking is doing well.
This is a crucial point here. What a play. That's a great attack by Ivy Laksina. She really looked like she was going to pound the ball there.
But Myla Popper there, slipping that ball in.
Yeah.
Ivy Laksina very convincing in that approach.
Good timeout by Coach Reg. 20-19. Thoughts. Oh, and at that touch. Laksina and Vincent. 20 all.
This is what coaches says na sayang. Because blocking was well established. The reason why floor defense was doing well. Don Macadili, katindig, the perfect spot. But then an automatic error because of that net touch by Ivy Laksina.
20 all. Set 2. Oh! So much adrenaline behind that serve.
Serve setting in. Especially for Pax Panaga, a very crucial serve for her.
That is tight shoulders. 21-20. We know how important this set is. Combination. 21 all.
Approach and the crisp action, beating that block from Ivy Laksina.
Mitch will do the honors. Good first ball. Kim opens. Ara squeezes. Finds a crack in that wall.
That spin from Ara Galang works for the F2 Logistics. Soft touch from Gia de Guzman.
Halos nakatalikod na, Ayel eh. Yung forma ni Ara doon sa palo eh.
It's hard to read with
So
a form
hard.
like that. You don't know where the ball will go.
Good enough for 1 point, 22-21. Tots will get it back. And she pounds the pavement for her 13th point.
Tots Carlos powering through the towers of F2 Logistics and Baron in the piano lead.
Gemma will be in front as Tots goes behind. 22 all. Ara cross court. Atienza. Galanza all alone. And they take over the lead. Crucial point. And a timeout by Coach Radin.
Talagang babalik sa kanila. Kailangan mahawakan lang. Manindihan kaya ito yung matake din. Okay? Hindi pa yung tapos. Okay yung tumigil.
Atin to! Atin to! F2! Atin to!
Abby Marano rallying her team, saying atin to, it's still not done.
Creamline never led in this whole second set. But there's, you know, again, the veteran champion teams, they know when to do it at the right time, and that's what Creamline's trying to do. Now, F2 also a veteran champion team, so it's their turn to try to respond here. 23, serving 22. Good first ball. Sa gitna. Chance to go for set point. Entry denied.
Yana D just read that well from Gia de Guzman. She's gonna rely to her wing attackers. Yana D just really guarding that ankle well.
Trust the block. 23 all. Tense moments. Gemma gets it through for set point.
Gemma Slarga choosing the loose block from Abby Marano.
It's in the hands of Seth Domingo. You hear the crowd here at MOA. Run and gun. Counter attack. Gemma again. And it's in. Unbelievable. Look at this sequence again.
And three blockers jumping with Gemma Galanza.
And she goes high hands, Ayel.
Just spinning that ball towards the zone 5 of the F2 Logistics.
2 sets to love. And by the way, they were behind again in this set. So they finished strong with a 5, make that 4-0 run. Back inside the SM Mall of Asia Arena, everybody trying to catch their breath. There's a little bit of a hum here inside the arena. I think everybody's just trying to decompress, resettle themselves because that was such an intense finish. Let me correct myself, by the way, not a 4-0 run, 4-1 run because there was that KKD block. That Creamline finishing kick, and now they are a set away from going back to the finals.
Oh, but in that set too, F2 Logistics just being ahead most of the times in that set. They're blocking, their floor defense. Everything was on point for them. Their off speeds was really doing damage on the defense of the Creamline Cool Smashers. But on the side of the Cool Smashers, they stayed composed, they stayed consistent. And we talked about it earlier that it's very hard to play against Creamline because they keep on getting better as the set continues. And towards the end, they really know how to close a set, how to finish strong. So we've seen the numbers, almost the same numbers actually. Creamline, 15 in attacks, 11 for F2. F2 still doing better in the blocking department. Only one ace for Creamline. No aces for the F2 Logistics, but both teams having more errors in that set. 8 for F2, 9 for Creamline. But again, it was the composure and the consistency of Creamline that really allowed them to snatch that set away from the F2 Logistics.
Kumapit lang, nang kumapit. They waited for their time and then struck when, you know, they felt like they had a chance. Nagkaubusan na nga ng challenges dun sa set number 2. I think both teams know how important that set was. And now, if F2 wants to extend the series, they have to do what they did back in November 2022, and that is come back from 2 sets down. Of course, it is doable, but it's going to be tough as Creamline looks poised to take this match. And also, I just noticed, ayan, mas pasok ni Mailano. So parang rini-reserve din sa ni Coach Regine dun sa mga times na mas magiging effective na lang siya para natitipid ng konting katawan niya. No?
She's not fully recovered yet. So if that's something that Coach Regine is trying to do, it just says about the injury, but Mailano is trying to do this game.
Now, this start, the first few points of this set number 3 is going to be important. Pag nakauna dito ang Creamline, they might demoralize the F2 squad. So it is very important for F2 not to let this first few points get away from them.
Because Creamline also did the same in that 4th set in game 1. They started strong and they kept the momentum. So F2 here would want to start stronger than Creamline in this 3rd set.
And Creamline wants to do the opposite of what we're talking about and wants to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
And the gaps in the blocking of the F2 Logistics. Tots Carlos just has recognized it.
2 serving 0. Kim. And Pablo ad-libbing there. But they get the point. Myla Pablo, 9 points. Not 100%, but giving it her all. Trying to gut it out here.
And it's the off-speed and the soft touches that is really working well for the offense of the F2 Logistics.
Sorry, partner. Do you see yung elevation niya, hindi pa niya may todo, no? Parang nahihirapan siya sa buwelo, no?
That's why her angles are very limited in today's game.
Correct. Again, that's a lower leg injury. It's heavily wrapped right now. As Galang again gets it through. They get the ball back. Kim, back set. Gia to Mitch. Dawn to Kim. Kim improvises. Gia trying to save it. 2-all.
A great effort from Tiana D to put that ball in, but great effort also on the side of Gia de Guzman trying to go for that second touch.
Out of position, really giving her body. Rolling on the floor. To cushion her fall. Pablo now, 2-all. Set. Gingerly on her landing.
that a quick, you said Domingo. Domingo, just perfect angle for her to score that point.
6 points for her today. She averages 10.5 going into game number 2. 3-2, make that 3-all for Creamline. Let's go to Lexi Rodriguez.
Well, what an intense first 2 sets, Buminayel. And sa totoo lang, si Coach Reg nagpatali na ng buhok dahil sa ka-intensa ng game natin. And actually, she mentioned that Creamline's wall is impenetrable and their offense is a force to be reckoned with. That is why they understand that if they don't have the desire to win, then they're not going to be able to perform at their best. They know that it's not just about the physical ability, but also about the mental attitude. They've got to show more aggressiveness and show that they can match the energy and the intensity of their opponents and the people inside this arena. Back to you, Buminayel.
Thank you very much, Lexi. Namimigay ng puntos dito ang Creamline, keeping F2 in step with them for all. Creamline has 10 service errors so far in this match. F2 has 6. By the way, the blocking advantage, 7-3 for F2. Sen Domingo scores her 7th point.
Sen Domingo attacking above the blockers. 3 blockers actually jumping with her.
Five serving 4. Oh, miscommunication there. Right in front of us, Aya, what did you see?
That ball was going towards Myla Pablo, but Don Makadili-Katindig trying to cover her in that first ball.
Shola Alvarez is back here, part of the sweepers at the back. Papahinga na naman nila si Pablo to reserve her until probably when she gets in front. Gala, who's done so well defensively, could not get her body behind that ball. 7-4.
A great target on the side of Sen Domingo. Galang also not in the perfect form to get that good first touch.
Oh, sa gilid na ng katawan kinuha. She gets a service ace, which means 8 points for Sen. Rumisid at pumalo. Remember, at the start of this conference, Aragala was playing libero.
But it also shows in how she does defense in the back row. But Galang also contributing now in the offense side.
The look away kill.
Off speed, it works for her.
Yeah, look away, off speed kill. Nothing off speed for that one for Gemma Galanda.
Gemma Galanda using all power.
9 points for her, and it's 8-5 Creamline. Gear up for even more intense volleyball as the 2023 Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference right smack in the middle of the semifinals. Don't miss the action live and in high definition on One Sports Plus, available only on Signal Channel 261. Subscribe now and get up to 1,000 pesos in discounts. Visit your nearest Signal dealer or call 8888-5555 today. Almost 8,000 in attendance today on a Tuesday evening, and millions more watching on One Sports, on the Signal Play app, and of course our smart subscribers watching on the Smart live stream. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Boom Gonzalez, Ayel Estraniero, Lexi Rodriguez, all part of the frenzy of the PVL, the Heart of Volleyball semifinals, game number 2. Match number 39 of the year. Shola Alvarez gets a point.
Off the block for Alvarez, and what is working really for the FP Logistics is really powering through the blocking of the Creamline Cool Smashers. But again, pressure moments on the side of FP Logistics, as they would want to extend this.
Galang digging. Gia, Kyla, Gemma through the block. Giveaway to Creamline. Back set. It's in. What a set. What a swing by Mitch.
Fast, low set from Gia de Guzman. And Michelle Umabao just really answering. Look at the speed in that snap.
9-6, set 3. No challenges so far. What a serve. Shola gets it back. It's returned. Alvarez again will roll it. Gia diving. Mitch swinging. Oh, what a set by Kim. Dots readjusting. Alvarez again. Squeezes one through the block. And for her, that is her second point here in the set.
And that's the second time that Alvarez finds that hole in the loose block of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
And you know what that does too? That buys time for Myla Pablo to be on the bench for a while and still getting some points. Kim, 2-point deficit. Thoughts, one-on-one. Not a good proposition for any opponent.
That's Carlos there only had Kiana D as a blocker, but Kiana D also not in the perfect form to close that block.
Ten 7. D sa gitna, bumalik.
Kim Fajardo here trying to go for a combination play. The two blockers on Kiana D.
Labasa. Shola. Gemma setting. And Mitch finishing. 5-point lead. Coach Regine calls a timeout.
Block ng maayos. Kailangan nakakapa talaga natin. Okay? Sige lang, tuloy-tuloy. Pero kailangan bawas tayo ng error. Kailangan natin pumatay. Hindi pwede ganun. Hindi tayo pwede push down sa wall. Dapat tayo naman. Let's go! Tara, kaya naman tayo.
First na! Have to! First! Wala bukas! Pilaban na natin ngayon! Coach Regine asking her players to serve stronger so that they can put Creamline Cool Smashers out of system and easier for them to go for a block. Easier to read the attacking also.
Mitch Kumabaw on your screens with 10 points today. Ivy Laxina with 5. The lead is that, 5. That's too low. Biggest lead of the set at 6. Dangerous times for the Cargo Movers. Over pass. And Dots gets it up and in.
It's all power now on the side of the Creamline Cool earlier, Michelle Gumabaw. Now Tots Carlos powering through Sola Alvarez.
Little change here of the setter position. Iris Toronada coming in for Kim Fajardo to try to salvage this situation. It is 5-0. That's the run, Ayel. She sets up KKD right away. She's full of fire, isn't she?
Exactly. She is the intensity that F2 Logistic needs.
But she's the same regardless of whether they're ahead or they're trying to catch up. She knows what her role is.
Oh, just very competitive.
Right? She knows that she's not going to get a lot of court time, but she will maximize the time that she's there. That's going to sail out. So 2 straight points since she came in. That's a positive for F2. Coach Regine took over from Coach Benson Bongbong, who's still, of course, right here at the bench with them. Shola will go back to Ara. Ara goes cross-court. Laksina tries to get a trick play in. Too much velocity on that Tots Carlos attack. And for her, that is her 17th point of the match. Timeout. We'll be back. Inside the SM Mall of Asia Arena, almost 8,000 fans and a lot of them watching on TV, giving their thoughts on the match. Like Lee or Lai saying, Mama Abby's running attack never disappoints us. High percentage, sabi nga natin. Maybe we don't see it enough actually.
Zeke says, bakit ba kabisadong-kabisado ni Myla si MG?
Hindi namin alam ang sagot dyan. Zeke. Pero Janine Samonte, nakahanap din ng katapat ng CCS. Kaya silang sabayan. And talagang sabayan sa dulo lang nagkatalo. As Myla Pablo and F2 behind here by 2 sets, but a huge deficit in set number 3.
Creamline Cool Smashers here looking more organized.
By the way, Ayel, this is the biggest lead. 8 was the biggest lead of the match, any other set. But that's the hole that F2 has to climb out of.
Galang there using the hands of Gia de Guzman. Score that point.
Nine serving 16. Tots cross court again. She enters. Sorry, check that. 18 points for Tots Carlos. 22 in the last match.
They read that well. The Tots Carlos was going cross court, but Tots Carlos still has a lot of space to go for the deep cross court attack.
Good receive by Shola. Shola was there. Iris to Abby. Good reaction by Abby. Kalang, cross court. Atienza was there. Pipe attack. The push. Tight set. And finally a put away by KKD.
Perfect timing for KKD to go for the power tip. The defense of Creamline was still scrambling. They weren't ready for that.
Iris and Abby talking to each other, pumping each other up. Trying to mount a comeback here. Down 7. Elimination game for F2. Gemma decides otherwise. Nobody getting the third ball? Yes, they do. Giveaway. Said asking for it. Back try. Said Domingo gutting out 11 points.
Talk about perfect timing and perfect connection. Gia de Guzman and Sed Domingo there. KKD couldn't contain that.
Such perfect form on the pull by Sed.
It's not the end. So kailangan kaya pa yan. Laban niya lang.
Tao-tao lang tayo sa...
Okay, okay.
Kailangan nyo magsaglaan ng malo. Walang bitaw, let's go!
F2! Mover! Walang bibitaw, walang bibitaw.
Last-ditch stand, IL, for Coach Regine, who, no matter what happens, gets all the credit for pulling this team into their best finish so far. If it finishes today, that is 4th. That is way better than 6th place in 2022 in the Open Conference. In the classification phase, and they lost to PLDT and Petrogas. Way better than the reinforced conference, 5th. And of course in the Invitational, where they did not join because of the myriad of injuries that they had. Casilag gets one back. So now it's CJ Wu, Elaine Casilag, Jola Alvarez. That's what Coach Regina is riding with for this comeback attempt. CJ, of course, will play libero.
Casilag on the service line also stepped up for the F2 Logistics. 11 points for her in the game 1.
Good serves. It's her second point. They need every single one that they can get. Coach Sherwin is not going to take chances here.
Stress sa amin to serve kasi ang magpa-block sa inyo, maluti. Pero pag kami receive tuloy, pag wala, stay down dito. Diwala sa receive, papasa ka Gia. Diwala sa receive. Akin. Let's go.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go! On in, Creamline!
Okay! Paano re-receive yun?
Coach Sherwin saying tiwala sa receive, and that's one thing that they need right now, a good first ball. Raymart Wu on your screens earlier,
The husband.
Oh.
Of formerly CJ Saga. Woo. Gemma, full swing. CJ was there to the right, could not keep it up.
Gemma Galandas is going to the same spot with
You're
a
right.
cross-court attack.
You're right. She's been going to 6 and 6 and 6. That one going to 5 actually. The winning point in set number 2 also belonging to Gemma. Short slide by Abby. Mitch. And it's raining now. Back to 8 points. 5 points away from marching into the finals.
Bumabaw, the moment that this third set started, she was on fire. Really knowing what areas to target on the side of the F2 Logistics. A lot of clean attacks from her.
And that's why Coach Sherwin called that timeout. Naniniguro na eh. Touch on the net by Creamline.
It was a perfect idea for Alvarez to avoid the blockers.
Yeah.
Atienza was there, but again,
Mitch.
net touch on the side of the Cool Smashers.
Kaya tumalikod na si Mitch kagad eh. Gia chasing. Mitch on the other side. Left pin attack.
But Bumabaw makes up for it. Scoring a point right away after that error.
At sigurado, Gia, inisip na niyan. Pabawiin kagad. To the delight of Eliza Valdez. 21 serving 13. Iris up to Alvarez. Gia up to Tots. Good dig there by Wu. Gia back set. Iris to Laxina. Oh, it's alive! Iris back to Shola. Nobody home.
So great effort on the side of Creamline in that defense, but again, it was a chance ball for the F2 Logistics. They had enough time to set up Shola Alvarez there as he maximizes the hands of the blockers again.
You're right, great effort for Creamline. Great composure for F2 for that play. Minsan yung mga ganyang wild, nakakalito na yan eh. Mitch with a lot of heat on that swing from the right pin. And she's been doing it all conference long.
Really using all the angles at this point. Earlier cross court, now down the line, still efficient.
You know, Ayel, if there's anybody who really benefited in the absence of Eliza Valdez, even going back to the national team stints when Eliza got sick, it's really Mitch. Got her juices flowing for the All-Filipino Conference.
But that was a solid block on the side of
one-on-one.
Ivy Laxina.
One-on-one, pero challenge, our first challenge of set 3.
No, but talking about Gumabaw earlier, Tots Carlos was forced to be an outside hitter, giving Gumabaw the opposite position. And again, she made sure she would step up as a leader, not just in scoring, as we talked about earlier, also as a vocal leader in terms of the mental and emotional strengths of this team. She makes sure she keeps them together every single time.
Ironically, of course, playing against some of her former teammates, good friends. Mitch, no stranger, of course, to a championship. Even before she joined Creamline, she already won with the previous iteration of the Premier Volleyball League. And reduced her role here in Creamline, but now a revived career. A lot of stuff. Even in the, it seemed like there isn't. No net touch. Even in that replay, it's tough.
Still hard to tell.
And Coach Sherwin says, okay, buti na lang, they have a little bit of a cushion here. They gotta stay focused, Ayel.
They are actually in a comfortable position.
Overpass. Uy, nanggigil si Ivy.
Laxina had the advantage there. It should have been an easy pull away for her.
But there is a challenge. Coach Regine just sat down beside us. I think it's the first time she's actually sitting down here in this match. They're trying not to let go of this rope. They're down 7. They need every point that they can get, including this one, that they hopefully can overturn, but no chance there. And if you're Coach Regine, you pull out all the stops, Ayel. Di mo naman babaunin yan.
Still a good challenge there. Can be reason to break the momentum of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Coach Reg consulting Coach Benson Pokpok. Kyle Negrito comes in for the very first time. Mitch Gumabaw will move out. Kyle, who officially is, of course, a setter, will join Gia there in the lineup, replacing Mitch. Casilla gets it through. 23-16.
Silag there with a lot of space. A lot of choices.
And
for
only
the
one
angles.
blocker.
Exactly.
What a stint also by Ivy Laxina here in this conference. Gemma, first ball. Perfect first ball, perfect set, and a perfect swing gets us to match point. A point away from their sixth, or going for their sixth title, and going for 8 finals appearances. And it's in the hands of the reigning MVP. Good first ball by Alvarez. Gia. Gemma. Good stop by Iris.
Chance ball.
Give away. Who will Gia choose? Combination play! And that's it! Creamline is back in the finals.
So take a look at this last play, combination play. Gemma Galanta set the bingo, really good decoy there. 2 blockers with her, no blockers with Gemma Galanta. Easy put away for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
That is her 11th point. She finished set number 2. She finished set number 3. And Creamline goes to the finals, back in the finals after missing out in the reinforced conference. But for F2, their best finish so far. They are rising, they're going up, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the next time here in the heart of volleyball. We'll take a break, and we'll be back to wrap this baby up. (25-22, 25-23, 25-16). That is a confirmation of the win. It's not just a win, it's the win that propels Creamline to its 8th finals appearance here in the heart of volleyball. And it was all driven by the best player, the player of the game, who is with Lexi Rodriguez.
Hi everyone, I am with the player of the game, Gia de Guzman, with 23 excellent sets. Gia, first of all, congratulations. I'm here with Tots also, and thanks. Well, I just want to ask, how do you feel right now that these preparations all throughout the conference have paid off now that you're finally back in the finals?
Oh, we're so overwhelmed and really grateful for this win. I know we missed the finals last conference, but everyone was ready to step up. Everyone worked hard in training, and we have to give credit also to our coaches and the management and all of our fans and supporters, our family, our loved ones, kasi hindi namin ito magagawa kung wala kayo lahat.
Yes, I agree.
How about you, Ma?
I agree.
Risa, you have anything to say?
I'm hungry.
And in terms of your goals, I know that you guys have been aiming for this spot in the finals, especially that you missed last conference. How does this game fit into those goals and these preparations as well?
I think at the end of the day, it really boils down to the team culture that we built. It took years to build, and it's not easy to bounce back from what happened last conference. But like I said earlier, everyone was willing to step up to the challenge, and nakita namin yun the past 2 games, the past whole conference talaga.
Again, congratulations, Gia. Is there anyone you'd like to greet, family, friends?
Hello to my family and also to Miguel, my husband. Hello. Hello also to all of our Creamline and PVL supporters. Also to Papa Soriano, happy birthday. And
Happy birthday, Tita Lulu. Hi, Ayel.
Congratulations again. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Lexi. Ang narinig ko dun, I'm hungry eh. Yeah, yun ang narinig ko dun eh, I'm hungry. But congratulations, all seriousness. Gia, our player of the game today, but this conference really, she has been on fire.
No, very on fire for Gia de Guzman. Really on point in playmaking. She makes sure she activates all the attackers, get everyone involved, down from the frontliners to the backliners. But again, in this game, Creamline are showing a lot of consistency and composure as well as connection, the team chemistry that they have banked on the entire conference. But on the side of the F2 logistics, a lot of sparks for them in terms of the attacking. But again, they were very well disciplined in their offense, both in the net and the floor. But Creamline just overpowering them in the offense part of the game.
And by the way, when we say on fire, it's not just the eye test. Even the numbers speak for themselves, as her distance between her and the second best setter in the league, medyo malayo din. She has just been running this team in the absence of their original captain, of course, Eliza Valdez. Let's talk about this match. What was the difference here?
Oh, both teams actually did well in the defense part of the game, but Creamline Cool Smashers, again, the number shows it. They converted more points. They have 49 attacks, only 33 on the side of the F2 logistics. But we talked about the blocking of F2. They stayed disciplined. They have a big 8 points in blocking, 4 for the Creamline. Creamline also making sure that they maximize their strength in the serving. They're number 1 in serving. Again, they have 5 service aces, 2 for the F2 logistics, and both teams actually the same number of errors.
18 errors only, if I may. 29 in the previous one, which they still won. And that is the result. Creamline Cool Smashers looking for their 6th title in 8 finals appearances. Quick word on F2 because they did great. As by the way, dito tayo on Thursday at the SM Mall of Asia for that do-or-die match between Petrogas and the PLDT high-speed hitters. We'll have a lot of time to talk about them. Your last word on F2 and their conference, IL.
Oh, F2 really did a good run this conference. They were dominant in most of their games. They were solid in their defense as well as their offense. But again, they missed Myla Pablo, very integral, important, vital player in their lineup. They missed her in the offense side of the game, but still a good season for the F2 Logistics. They still have a chance to finish on the podium.
That second set was the crucial one. Let go, and Creamline finished the job in 3. That's what PLDT also did today. Well, they did it in 4 to tie that series. That will be on Thursday, do or die here at the SM Mall of Asia. But for the Cool Smashers, title number 6 is still within reach, and they will wait for the winner of that do-or-die match on Thursday. For Lexi Rodriguez, IL Estaniero, I'm Boom Gonzalez. Thank you for watching the PVL. We'll see you for game number 3. PLD Team Petrogas here in the heart of volleyball.